Right now, Virginia has some contradictory policies being introduced on the state and local level. In our last video, we focused on how more localities are implementing zoning laws to separate abortion clinics from other types of healthcare. One influence into this decision is Virginia's statewide pro-choice policies, and specifically one amendment that would cement reproductive freedom in the Virginia Constitution. So what is it?
Even though abortion is actually legal and fairly accessible right now in the Commonwealth, we are definitely at the whims of whatever is going on the political side. So this is why we absolutely need to enshrine these rights and freedoms into the Constitution of Virginia for Virginians to maintain their access to the full range of reproductive health care. We are a safe haven for others that surround us.
Our big concern with the amendment is that, number one, we already live in a state where the laws are very broad, very expansive, but there are some regulations that provide a measure of protection in the last 3 months. The amendment would do away with that. And that sounds possibly good when you say, well, everybody wants reproductive freedom in that context. The problem is, if the General Assembly, if our elected officials don't have the right to have oversight, then that's going to ultimately put the women of Virginia in danger. We also think that the amendment could interfere with another arm of what we all try to do in the state, pregnancy resource centers in Virginia that offer a variety of services and support to women in complicated pregnancy situations. The amendment says nothing can impede. Well, if any of these centers, some of them are church-based, if any of these centers don't tell her how to get an abortion, will a court decide that they are impeding her access to an abortion? And if that's the case, could they be closed? Which means that many women would not receive the support they need.
All of our research shows, and even in our day-to-day conversations with just average Virginians, is that this is common sense. Enshrining these rights to bodily autonomy into the Constitution is absolutely something that they agree with. And what you're seeing on this other side is just trying to figure out ways to chip away. That's what happened under Roe. Even though abortion was legal, it didn't mean it was actually accessible. And even here in Virginia, there were attempts to actually put barrier after barrier after barrier up. So you're talking about waiting periods and mandatory ultrasound. And so that is something that we're hoping that this amendment will break down barriers and ensure that people have the healthcare that they need.
The common goal and fear of losing control. Lynchburg doesn't have any abortion clinics. Abortion is legal in the Commonwealth, but what if?
As an organization, we don't think abortion is a good answer. We do think that abortion harms both the mother and obviously ends the life of that unborn child. In both cases, it looks like our society has failed both. I think we need to look at the larger picture in Virginia. We're not seeing abortion facilities being shut down. We're seeing rather more abortion facilities being put forward and successfully operating in Virginia.
We do not have a definitive right to reproductive health care in our code or in our Constitution. So that means that we are at the mercy of every election, whether we will have that access.
What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Hi, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.